Hello, my name is Candace Ledbetter. I am the founder and Principal PR and Visibility Strategist at CM Better Media. We are a full-service public relations and integrated marketing firm. And I like to say that we help big brands, small brands doing big things, and captivating voices go from background noise to household name. When it comes to financial systems, my life was a mess before working with Jaden Doye. And I'm saying that to be completely real. Now, at the time that I met him, I was a solopreneur, a freelancer, and I was on the cusp of building a team to work with me and really grow my company to an agency. I was already working with QuickBooks, and I was trying to employ some other financial tools and automations that would help me keep track of sales and track of invoices and all the things. And, at the end of the day, I didn't know what I was doing. I just thought I was doing it right and trying to do the best that I could. But after meeting Jaden at a business conference, first of all, loved the energy, loved his whole vibe. And I'm all about a good spirit, all about good energy. So we instantly connected that way. But then to be able to sit down with him, share with him where I was, and not just from, tools and systems that I was using, but also from my taxes. I had kept up on my taxes, but I was doing them myself or going to somebody, that wasn't really a CPA and didn't know all the things that could be deducted or, things that should be applied. And I was just lost completely. But now I'm found. I like to say that because with Jaden and the team at Prestige Accountants, it has been a wonderful, I want to say 5-6 years now. Would not trade the experience for the world. I love how they have organized. They kind of came in and took over, which is what I need as an agency owner of a busy PR agency. I don't have time to do anything. Okay, I don't have time to try to make checks and balances. Jaden and the Prestige Accountants team, they took over, and I have been happy ever since. So working with Jaden and the Prestige Accountant team is a joy. And I say that because it makes me happy to not have to think as much. The fact that they are already taking over, and I don't say that in a bad way, I say that in a great way. For somebody like me, as an owner of a very busy PR agency who's traveling all the time, who never has time for myself, let alone my business and my finances, it makes me super happy to be able to turn over everything to them. What I love about them, though, is that not only are they making sure my financials are straight, they are also consistent in their communication. I always get reached out to when it's time for our monthly meetings, and even when it's tax season, pulling together, having a deep dive conversation to make sure that all of the 1099s are in, and we go over our profit and loss statement. And I'm always surprised every year when I realize I'm making more money, and that is a revelation I'm happy about. Otherwise, if I was doing it, I would be totally lost. I would be like, where's the money? Where is all the money that I know is coming in? But being able to work with them and be able to see how they break everything down to show me exactly what my numbers are, that's so important to me. And that's why I love working with Jaden and Prestige Accountants. So when it comes to confidence, my confidence is now through the roof. And I don't say that to exaggerate. I mean it. I really do. And the reason why is because when you know your numbers and you know where you are, you know where you started and you know where you are and where you're headed, it's always a confidence boost because number one, it validates that whatever it is that I'm doing is working. Okay. And number two, whatever Jaden and the team is doing is working as well. And just the encouragement that I get from Jaden and the team to say, hey, you are killing it. And I don't know what you did. Let's talk about what you did to go from this to this. And we deep dive, we unpack, and it just rebuilds my self-confidence to know that I'm actually growing an agency. That can be intimidating a lot of times, but to know that I'm doing it and I'm doing it well and I'm being validated by Jaden and the team to let me know that whatever you're doing it right. And it boosts my confidence through the roof. So when it comes to making the investment, you have to get in the right mindset for that because is it cheap? No. Is it worth it? Yes. The reason why you have to get in the right mindset for it is because you have to understand that you are growing. As a company, as a firm, as an agency, you are growing and you want to continue to grow, but you can't continue to grow without making the proper investments that's going to support you. Making big investments like this, not just in one CPA, but a full team, you have to understand that you are fortifying your financial strength, right? You're fortifying the strength. You have the backing of a team that is not only going to make sure all of your books are right, all of your taxes are right, and all your financial projections are on point, but also they're going to help you implement tools, systems, ideas, strategies on how to make sure that money continues to grow. At the end of the day, you have to invest in what you want out. And, for those that go to church, it's kind of like tithing in a way. You make the investment to sow into the future of your business. You sow into the future of you. And by sowing that seed, it gets you to the next level. And that's something that you should not be afraid of. So what would I say to my past self before joining Prestige Accountants? Stop trying to do everything by yourself. That's what I would say. I think a lot of times as owners and founders, everything falls on our plate. We are the bookkeepers. We are the salesperson. We are the IT department. We are everything. One of the greatest lessons that I have learned in my journey of going from solopreneur to a full service public relations agency owner was that I had to fire myself because I am my worst employee. How about that? Because when it comes to trying to work in a lane that is outside of my wheelhouse, I'm doing myself a disservice by trying to do it. When I had the opportunity to work with Jaden and Prestige Accountants, that was leaning on, number one, the fact that I enjoyed this person and their expertise, and leaning on that expertise to take me to the next level. I had no problem in firing myself from that because that's less stress off of my plate.